Okay, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the Final Fantasy X Hardcore Nuzlocke. You're joining us on attempt number 15, and this is part 2 of attempt number 15. Let's hope we can make it to at least Bikanel today. We've got a fair few bosses to get through. If you joined us in the chat, great to have you with us as always. Drop the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not part of the JitGeek community already. Hopefully you're all enjoying the content we're putting out recently. There has been a bit of a delay with the content. I did have a week off last week, and the next few weeks are really busy for me, to be fair. I've got a fair bit of work to do for work, and a fair bit going on in the house. So, yeah, apologies if the content is slightly lower than usual, but I will get back to it after it'll probably be mid-May. So, yeah, there's going to be probably a couple of weeks delay, but I thought I'd put in a quick impromptu live stream tonight just to get things moving forward. I do want to make it to Bikanel because what we have is we have an incredible setup now. We have everyone basically with everyone should have. Let me just double check. Everyone's got an initiative weapon, which is good. That means in Bikanel we don't need Auton in the front line, and we can keep him in the back row with Shooting Star. What else? We also managed to gain Auton and Kimahri's SOS overdrives. If you haven't checked out how we did that, there was a bit of kind of manipulation with the items and stuff, but we did do some grinding on the previous session in 15. Part 1. So, what have we got lined up for today? Well, the immediate threat is Crawler, and to be quite honest, I'm not going to try and spend too long with the Crawler. What I've realised is, though, I need both an Overkill, because I need the 2 elixirs, and I also need an Alchemy weapon. So, I'm going to grind until I get an Alchemy weapon, and then I'm just going to use FFX Farplane Editor to edit that for Riku. So, let's see. But I do need the Overkill because we do get another elixir in the Macalania Temple. And 5 elixirs, so 2 plus the 1, will give us, I think, access to plus 10% HP. Let me just double check that. Plus 20. Right, so we've got that in the kitty then, which is fantastic because only Lulu at the moment has got a plus 20. So what we're faced with is the Crawler. Then we're faced with Seymour number 1 and Anima. But we've but that's basically an auto win at this point. Then we're moving on to Wendigo, and I'm not going to grind anything from Wendigo. It does have access. You do have access to SOS Haste, but that's kind of honestly, I think I've got more chance of winning the lottery than I have getting SOS Haste off Wendigo. So what do I need first and foremost is, let's just have a quick look at the setup. So we're going to keep with Auton with initiative for now. If you are joining us in the chat, great to have you with us. This is an impromptu stream, so I'm not expecting too many people to join tonight. I thought I'd just nip on. I know there's a fair few other Final Fantasy X live streams going on currently, so yeah. But if you are joining us, great to have you with us. And if you're not, if you join us on the VOD, thanks for checking out JitGeek, and thanks for checking out the Hardcore Nuzlocke. So, we're going to keep Auton with the initiative at the moment. We don't need to put him into the back row yet. But now, because we do have those initiative weapons, it offers us that extra bit of flexibility. We're going to get Riku into SOS, and I think the way we go about doing that is what we've done before, which is using a Blaster Mine, and let me just double check that's the one. It's a Blaster Mine on, Grenade and Antidote. So it's a Blaster Mine on the Flan outside, then we use Lulu, bring her in, and then we get Riku into SOS. Everyone else is pretty much set up as usual, and because we haven't got Yuno, we can, we're just going to have to move forward straight away. So, I need a random encounter. Let me just double check. We've got Surfer with the first strike. That's fantastic. me just put the double speed on. I do like the double speed. Right. This is a perfect encounter because if we go grenade and antidote, the flan should stay alive and everything else should die. Yo, LG, what's up, my man? Surprise stream. I thought I'd, I'd surprise you tonight. How's it going, man? How's things? How's the channel going? How are the challenges going? Hope you're good, man. It's been a while. Right, let's get Riku into SOS. Oh, bit of a... No, not a frame drop, but... yeah, I mean, what we can do here is we're not going to steal, but we're just going to... I'm not going to waste anything here, to be honest. I did think about this, right? And what I could do is when I need Riku in SOS, I could probably put her into something like Loner or Daredevil around here. So, just to get... Because now I've got to spend extra resources getting her into SOS. Let me just double check, actually, what I have got. Because I did do some things off screen. No, it must be... she must have another overdrive mode because she would... I'm sure she would have higher than what looks like 5 or 10% overdrive there. So let's just get Auron out of here. And we can start beating down this guy. So as long as we've got Riku in SOS, that's fine, because that's what we need to ensure that she can survive the Seymour attacks. And she's in a position now where she can start getting lots and lots of overdrives as well. Let's just check the chat before we move ahead. So LG saying, surprise stream. Absolutely, brother. Surprise stream tonight, man. Channel's been kind of dead. Don't really have the time to stream, and hopefully we'll change after the event. Buzzy, man, what's going on the 11th then? Are you changing work, or is work dying down, or what's going on? I think it's a bit of, to be honest, it's a bit of a lull period for a lot of people. There's some stuff on TV, like I've been doing the Daredevil reviews, but I'm behind with them, and to be quite honest, like, I'm not really that bothered because it's not all that good. Like, if it was majorly good, it was like a cultural event, I would be bothered. I really would, but there's been other priorities. So I've been trying to when I can get on, I've been trying to prioritize the Nuzlocke, because it is the thing that I think is gonna, that I want to progress more than anything. So let's just check Riku's overdrive. So it is set to Daredevil. I'm probably going to... what should I do here? Let's switch that to Loner for the next battle. Just guarantees us that we can get the overdrive in the next battle. I just hope we don't get a math debt, because that's going to, trust us to get a fucking math debt. Okay. Not to worry, because we do guarantee a turn before the math debt with Whacker. So this is why I've got Whacker in here. So now we bring in Kimari, and Kimari should be able to take this guy out. Perfect. Now, really, what we want to do is just keep Riku in, to be honest. So let's just keep switching her into the Battle Freak, because she can't lose, and Kimari can tank the damage. So that's great. So we're just going to keep the weapon on there. Auron's going to escape. Riku can just defend. Let's try and get Kimari out. He can tank 2 attacks, really. So, oh, for fuck's sake. What the fuck is going on with Riku's... Is that a different... I'm going to have to fucking move on to 16. I didn't set her up properly. She must have something really weird on in terms of the armor. Because I think she's set up for the Thunderplanes. And I think she's got... to me, in this screen, it looks like she's got SOS and All Frost. But actually, I think she's got... Let's just start that again. I think she's actually got SOS null shock. So let's move on to 16. Jesus Christ. Yeah, what's going on after the 11th then, LG? You got things planned? Have you got when's the challenge coming out? Because I know you had was it the Lulu solo challenge coming out? Yeah, I thought she had null shock. To me, it looked like null frost. So let's right, let's make sure everyone is set up as best they can. So Ice Ward plus 10%, and now Riku's got null frost. Okay, perfect. Let's get the double speed on. I'm having a cloud issue actually with Steam tonight. I think there's some issues going on with it. Had that last weekend as well when I was doing some testing. So yeah, hopefully we don't have a cloud issue, so we can save our progress. So what have we got here? Easy victory relay. So let's get Riku back into SOS. Grenade, antidote, and that puts the Flan to sleep, but it doesn't inflict. Yeah, got a cloud error. Okay. I don't really know how I solve that. I don't want to do all of this and then we don't make any progress on the game. So we'll figure that out in a moment. So let's bring the chemist in and cooking up some of that water white magic. This gets Riku into SOS. And my man can just go. So we're in Daredevil, which is great. So I'm just going to get Riku into SOS. I think I'd set myself up in the previous, in the previous episode, you see. So let me just go back to the captain, and then I'm just going to get the captain out because Riku can tank all of the blizzard attacks now. So it's just a case of me just making sure Riku's overdrive is full. And then when we finish this battle, we can move back to the Slayer overdrive mode. So no issue now in getting, in protecting ourselves. And even without, it can't even get a turn in, I don't think. I think I'm going to get an overdrive, and then I'm also going to grenade it, and it should die now. Yep, there we go. Fantastic. So it didn't even get an attack in. Right. So let's try and let's get everyone into Victor, because I think that's probably the best overdrive mode for people at the moment, apart from Riku. Especially the big lads. What we're also faced with now is the crawler, but we've already got the strategy lined up for that, so it's going to be the double map, and it's going to be into Ixion. The trouble is, we have to guarantee ourselves the overkill, and the only way to do that is to use Thor's hammer, I think. In fact, I'm just going to nip back to the shop and get some stuff. Now, the good thing about having Riku now in Slayer is because she's got the what's her name equipped, the Battle Freak. A triple encounter like this results in an automatic overdrive, and we get 2,500 damage easily. Nice alert Taj as well there. The only thing we have to do is just move Riku back to the back row. So let's just stock up. Have to be careful there because you can rest. And what I mean by rest is it heals you. Right, perfect. So if we don't get the alchemy on the first turn, on the first battle, sorry, we can just come back to the autosave here. So into Riku. Double map. We don't get the counter. I don't know why. I need to double check the, what's her name? The AI, but we don't get the counter. But Nurse now is in the party. So we can go straight for the jockey. Our horsey boy. And then we can just start pummeling it. Now, it should be like 3 or 4 hits, but the trouble is Thundara can do a range from like 3,700 to anywhere up to 4,000, like 200 I've seen. All good, LG. Oh, nice, man. Work's dying down on the 11th. That's great. Right, let's just get in a Thunder. I also want the Overdrive up, you see. So now I've got the Overdrive, I think we're just going to go for it. Because... yeah, I think we're just going to go for it. We have to guarantee the overkill because I need the 2 elixirs. It would be... I think you can get 2 elixirs as a rare drop. So you got 4 there. So there's the rare drop. So we got 4, which is perfect. Right, this is, though, what I've realised is this is another opportunity for me to steal here. And I think we did do that in the previous, one of the previous attempts. So this is an opportunity for us to steal more. More, where are they? Arctic winds, because if we can get 8, then we can get ice proof. So I'm really hoping that we, for our encounter in the crevice here, we can get a ice flan. That would be absolutely perfect. Right, what did we get from that encounter? Right, LG in the chat then. The 11th is when the work dies down finally. About the challenge, haven't had the time to open the editing software in like a month. Tell me about it, bro. Honestly, man, it's... you know what? I'm just going to edit this for Riku into an alchemy weapon, so just bear with me. Tell me about it, man. Things have just been so busy with work and other stuff going on. It's been a bit chaos, to be honest. And like I said, the you know, the reviews, the contents took a bit of a hit, which is a shame, really, because ideally I'd want to prioritise the content, but it's one of them. I reckon middle of May, I'll be able to start pumping out more content quickly. Right, Survivor. I just need to double check actually online what style the Survivor is. So FFX weapons. Right, it's the spiky one. There we go. It's a weapon, 1633, and then alchemy. Nice. Okay, that's perfect. Just going to double check the P. Birdman guide to make sure that I can get alchemy with 2 free slots from the... oh, I must be able to because I've got one here, actually. That's a silly thing. Guado. Seymour. Here we go. Crawler. So I can get alchemy, which is 3 of 7. Slots 2 to 4. 2 usually. 3 is 50%, so I'm more likely to get 50%, 3 slots. And then 1 ability. And then usually if it's a weapon, it's most likely to be alchemy. Okay, that's good. So that's fine. That's a great little weapon for Riku, if we decide. What I'm going to do is just activate the autosave. And then I'm going to jump into my I'm going to jump into the battle. Okay, this should be a Mega Potion. Yep, perfect. Right, praying for an Ice Flan here. Praying. Perfect. Right, what we don't want, though, is... what we don't want is a kill. So, because we've got Riku in SOS, that's fine. Because we can take care of all of the enemies, and we can survive. And we can get an overdrive, which we need for the Seymour fight. So, double grenade here puts us in a really good position. Wakka's going to... can Wakka just escape? No, he can't. So, we're going to bring in Kamari because he can tank more damage than Wakka. And Auron, you know, he can survive a good couple of turns here. And then Riku, just making sure she is in the Null Frost Targe. Perfect. Now we can get to stealing. So this is fantastic. And then she can tank those Arctic winds till the cows come home. So really here, I'm going to put on the ×4. And I'm not going to stop stealing until we've got at least 4. So this might take a few minutes, folks. I'm just going to try and keep an eye on the text above. So there's, I think, 2. Yep. Ideally, there's 3. So ideally, we could do with... what I want, I suppose, is 9. Because I could do with an Ice Proof, and then I could do with an extra SOS Null Frost. That would be handy, or even just one to use, really. That would be good. So yeah, I need to get up to 9. And technically, enemies do have infinite amounts of items. So ideally I need 2 more, which could take a couple of minutes. But I'm prepared to... this is the perfect outcome, so I'm prepared to just keep stealing, really. So LG... you mentioned you're raiding in FF14. What does that actually mean? So there's 8. So that's perfect. So that's our ice proof going forward, which is perfect. And if we wanted to, we could customize that onto an armor for someone to tank. Well, to Yuna probably to tank Seymour's ice damage. But I'm not going to do that. I might have to do that with someone like Tidus, because he's got the lightning proof. It probably would be a good thing to do it for Tidus versus Natus. Right, I'm prepared to steal for the next couple of minutes, to be honest, because I'm even thinking about going up to 10. And this may take a few minutes, so I would probably, if you are watching on the VOD, I'd probably skip forward like a couple of minutes, 5 minutes, until you see me in the Macalania temple. So there's 9. So it's not impossible to get 9. It's just a matter of, yeah, it's just kind of like a war of patience, really. Right, there's 10. Do we go further? I think because we've got 10 so quickly, I think we're going to go more. And I'm being greedy now, but I may as well, because I'm not going to get another chance, I don't think. I have realised, though, the only other chance I am going to get is versus the Guardos when we escape from the temple. Because there is an opportunity to have I suppose it's an optional fight. It's not a mandatory fight, but it's a different route, you see. So I might just, yeah, I might take that opportunity up and try and get some more Arctic winds there. Although the ice flank isn't guaranteed. Right, we'll do 3 more. So there's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. Right, have we got 10? Because 10 would be wonderful. Yeah, 10's enough. Okay, so let's use some grenades. Wonderful. So this is the best outcome we could have hoped for. And we get a white Taj. Now, if that's ice-proof, that is fucking busted. No. Okay, but that's still good because we get the double 3 slots. And you can, yes, you can get ice-proof from the flan. Right, so Yuna's out. But Yuna doesn't matter because we're going to use the Lunar Curtain strat. And then we've got the... Yeah, we've got the double overdrive, which is good. Sorry, the double map overdrive. What else? Everyone else, I don't think we need to worry about. I'm going to consider another strategy or another setup for us when we leave the temple, because I might end up having to use Auron's shooting star to get rid of the what's-her-face, the Guado. So I may need to put him in the background and give someone else initiative. I might try that in preparation for Bikanel. Right, as long as he's got Ice Ward, we're set. Because Yuna can tank the damage from Blizzara with a Lunar Curtain. Riku's in SOS Null Frost, so she can tank the Blizzard. Himari can tank the Blizzard. And we get rid of the 2 Guados with double map, and then we bring Shiva in. That's the strategy. The rest are not going to play a part. Right, so let's go in. Oh, I've just realised as well I need to turn my cutscene remover off because I would lose out on an SOS shell. Now, this girl should give me 400 quid. Thank you very much. Not that I need it because we are absolutely rolling in the money thanks to our efforts in the Thunder Plains versus all the Cactars, which has proved very, very lucrative. If you weren't available to watch that last time, check out part 15, number 1.
Ah, lady, thanks to you, you have my
So because we had the cutscene remover off last time, it gets rid of Trommel and it prevents us from getting the SOS shell. I don't think that's going to be very useful for Riku, but you never know. Plus, it's always good to sell. So let's put the ×2 back on. Oh, fucking cylinder. It's the only problem about forgetting to put it back on.
Even if it was my own wedding.
Yeah, fuck off, cylinder. Right, let's get the spoils from around here because there is some decent stuff. So we got some cash. Love a bit of cash. 2x potions. There is, I think, a mega potion knocking about somewhere. But there's also some other good stuff. Does this guy give you anything? No. There is some stuff in the rooms, though, so we're going to pick all that up. No, it's saying the same stuff. Is that a cat? Oh, my God. Oh, the cat moves. I never knew that the cat moves. If you click on it, does it move around the room? Come on, kitty. Yeah, oh, yeah, it does move. Whether I'm moving it or it moves by itself, I don't really know. Right. Let's talk to my man, Oax.
Oh, I hear Lady Yuna.
Just like Lord Zion and
Just like Lady Yunalesca
and Lord Zion. Just to show you, this is probably going to be the optimal way to use the Arctic Winds. I'm not going to use them yet. And the bomb cores, we are going to get a myriad of bomb cores from our efforts in home coming up. So let's go to the other room. I think I'm missing a few of the chests, unless there's one around here. There is some in this next room. I know there is, but It's not that. It's one of the guys here that gives me the 2 elixirs, I think. Or the 1 elixir. Thank you. I'll take an ether. Ethers are probably going to come in handy in Bikanel because I'm not going to be able to heal using the Save Sphere, you see, because I want to keep Riku in SOS. In fact, I might even need to keep Riku and Kimahri in SOS. So it was really the remedies and the 5 grand. Let me just double check we've got everything. I think there was a Mega Potion. Oh no, the Mega Potion was outside. Right. Seymour strats. I don't need anything but Silent Strike. And I need it on someone ideally. Ideally you need it, to be honest, on probably on Kimahri or Auron. Either one of them would be fine. So we'll see what Seymour brings. We have got the... We have got the autosave here. So let's just jump straight in. Yeah, I finally remembered, LG, about the SOS shell, which actually you reminded me of, so thanks for that, man. That come in real handy. Right, so you can't go into the menu here, but we're just going to have to jump straight in. So these do all their shenanigans, protect, shell, all that malarkey. But actually, what I'm looking on doing is using Riku's extra agility here to put a Lunar Curter on Yuna. This guarantees that she survives. So the backup strategy, if we didn't get them Lunar Curtains from the Thunder Plains, would have been to probably have been to have used the Ice Proof. Now, if we didn't have either of those, the alternative strategy is to probably just chance it and come in and double map and then hope Seymour doesn't attack Riku, really. Or something like that. I think, or use, I don't know, maybe use like a Mighty Guard or something. Either way, though, Yuna is protected. Why does it say 102 there? I don't know. I think that's actually a bug with the crawler, fight. So she's under shell, which is great. What that means is, though, is that we can go into the double map. Everyone's protected from the blizzard. And then we can summon Sheaves. Yeah, we can summon Sheaves, and she can take care of Anima with ease. And I've realised we don't need to go into Shell, because she can tank a pain attack. But it's going to be Blazara that's going to take care of Seymour here, which is perfect. I don't think you can overkill him. I've seen him, you know, take quad 9 damage, and you don't get an overkill on that section. It's only on the part 2. But you only have to drop him past a certain point. So what we want is... Yes, we want to get rid of... Yes, we want to get rid of Anima, but we also want Shiva's Overdrive as well. So we're just going to use some of her turns to heal herself. And then we're going to hit Anima during the boost phase. And then we'll just stick an All Blaze on just for shits and giggles. We don't want to put an All Frost on, because we might be in a position where we need to heal ourselves. So he's in the boost. Is he in the boost round? Yes. So let's use that to heal us, because we need to tank 1 attack from Seymour. And then we can overkill Anima. Perfect. Oh, shit, we didn't get the Overdrive. So I'm going to have to mess about now with... I'm going to have to mess about with with Seymour. Perfect. Oh, no, I'm not. That's perfect. This should get the overkill as well. Absolutely wonderful. So I'm really hoping that we can get a silent strike for Kamari or Auron here. That would be perfect. Noise breaker. If that's a silent strike, I'll take that for Whacker. Now, what I need is, I need nicknames for Shiva here. Real world jobs to do with ice. If you're watching in the chat, please let me know any suggestions that you've got. I'm thinking either Queen, because obviously Shiva's the Queen. Jobs to do with winter or ice. Good old Google. Yeah, any suggestions in the chat? I can always change them. I'm thinking like a sport, like an ice skater or something, or a snowboarder. Let's see what Copilot says. Snowplow operator. Oh, ice road trucker, that's a good one. Any more? Knowing my luck, we've probably just got silence touch, but can we have snowboarder? Is that we got enough space? No, I think we've only got 8, haven't we? Glaciologist, that's a cool one. Jobs to do with winter or cold weather. Penguin Wrangler, no. It's always the most difficult part of the Nuzlocke is picking a viable name. That relate to the winter, right? I think I've got one. I was going to say Mrs. Claus, but nah. No, we're going with Queen. Queen Sheave. Can't think of anyone with ice, so we'll just go with the typical standard Queen. That'll do. And I'm praying that we've got the right equipment. Come on, please. I just need one. No, I'm going to reset until we legitimately get it, really. So we have got the autosave going into the temple. So, yeah, I could probably mess about, but I don't think we've... Oh, no, I think there was... I think it was the infamous attempt number 11, where we got the silent strike, where we grinded for the silent strike. I've already... Is this the autosave after the fight? Yeah. Oh, shit. Okay. The rest is pretty shit, to be honest. I mean, that's decent. That I'm just going to have to change then. So, I'm just thinking, silent strike, is that going to be useful on anyone? But Kamari, I think Kamari, I'm going to put it on. So, silence strike. Mage Hunter. The same as the Sleep Strike. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We'll put it on Kamari. Just saves me messing about. Right, where's FFX Farplane? One of the best tools you can have using this game. So, I don't mind the... I don't mind the silence proof, because that's for Yuna. Yeah, with a couple of frees, which is good. But this noise breaker is just, yeah, it's a bit shit. So, for Whacker, let's just make sure we're getting the same setup then as a Hypnospear. So it's Spear Green, okay. So Kimari, Green, Spear Green, and then it's the Mage Hunter. That's a badass name, that is. 1633. Wonderful. Okay, lock that in. That's perfect. The reason it's important to have Kimari with the silence... Oh, we need to change it to Silent Strike. Is because of the Via Purifico. And that's the reason why we've got Yuna with an initiative as well, because that's the best thing we can get. So, I'm going to try a strategy and have Captain Whacker equipped with initiative. That means I've got to have the director equipped with something else. Yeah, one of them will do. Because I might need to bring him in versus the Guado fight. And if so, I can just use a shooting star then to get rid of it. And then the rest of the battle is mine, really. Right, we're going to try and do this. We're going to do this quick time here. I'm going to try my best. I've been practicing this one offline recently. So it's not so much this part that is the slow bit, sorry. It's when we have to rebuild the bridge to get the destruction sphere. And yes, I can't get Anima, but I want the extra prizes because they're going to be useful for Riku's overdrives going forward. So building the bridge initially is a piece of cake. Breaking the bridge is a piece of cake. It's a bit fiddly. And then rebuilding the bridge is a bit of a nightmare. So I'm just going to take my time rebuilding the bridge. How are we looking on the chat? Yeah, I hope you're enjoying tonight's live stream. We've already been streaming for 45 minutes. My God, we've made some good progress though. I forgot to bring down the glyph. See, I'm already forgetting things. So the glyph's going to give us another Macalania sphere. If we put it in there. I really do hope that they give us, when or if they give us an FFX reboot, that there's a quicker way of doing these cloisters. Because it is a bit slow. I mean, some of the animations are really cool, but yeah, it's a bit slow. And especially the Bavel one. I think they need to reimagine the Bavel one, because that's just the worst things ever. Right, this one is always the last one for us to take. But we're going to hit that magic thing there. And that's going to give us an extra sphere to go back on. I've got to be careful here because I want that sphere. So I'm going to take that and then push this down the ramp. Right, that's just given us an extra, what's the name? So that's got the destruction sphere on it. So we use this to quickly activate this part. And the one that we lost out before, we've gained it back by that special sphere there. Or by the glyph pedestal. Right, we've got to rebuild that little ledge as well to go down. So this is what I mean, we've got to break the bridge to rebuild it. But in the meantime, we can also get the destruction sphere. Which should, if I'm not mistaken, be on there. Yes, it is. So as you can see, there's a little purple sphere on that pedestal. Okay, see if we can get the ×2 on, I think, for this. Right, this one, we'll do nothing there. That one could go in there. I think this is a Lux sphere, which will come in handy in some of the latter fights, or I'm thinking maybe for monster capturing and for stuff like the Calmlands as well. That's where it's going to really come in handy. Okay, now it's about rebuilding the bridge. So we're going to keep that one in there. That one's going to be last. But then we've got this extra one from the pedestal, because we don't need that floaty bit. And that's going to go in here. I mean, speedrunners do this temple in, you know, a matter of a couple of minutes. It does get really fiddly though. So we leave that one in, and then that one should just fit in there nicely, and we should have rebuilt the bridge all over again. But now we've got a Lux sphere for our troubles. Perfect. Right, we don't want to click on that thing, but we want to get ourselves out. Sleep, initiative. Okay. Depending on what the encounter is, right, it might just be a case that I just need to bring Riku in just to be on the safe side. I don't want us getting any. I don't want us getting into hot water. Okay, this is where we got to avoid any kind of impromptu. Sorry, not impromptu, but extra battles. I don't mind getting one because technically I'm on the Macalania Road, which I haven't stolen from. So we can't get an ambush. So this is where we just bring in this is actually where we could have actually have done with bringing in Kimari for the Stone Breath. I'm hoping Riku gets another turn. Perfect. So grenade here will take care of the flyers. Auto potion's fine, but I don't want her attacking. I don't want her getting attacked, you see. So actually, this is where we are going to bring in Auron, and we are just going to shooting star him away. So nice and easy, no issues. Yeah, we've sacrificed the what's the name, the steel. Not entirely bothered. And let's just make sure we get the formation back. So we've got Riku with an overdrive. Yes, we need to bring Auron back into the party now. And we'll put Captain Whacker back in. Get people's stuff done again. And we've only been attacked once, which is perfect. Right. Let's just double check. Silent strike, perfect. Okay. On to Wendigo. And then I think we'll have a few attempts at Bikanel. And then we will, yeah, we will call it a night. What I'm going to need to do, though, is get Auron's overdrive back up. So that's going to be 3 encounters. Because we need to use that shooting star potentially versus the zoo, the opening zoo in Bikanel. But having Riku with this battle freak weapon and the double map is just game changing. It carries it's carried Macalania. It really has. It's a game changer. Right, let's get this level 1. That's going to come in handy at some point. How far away are we from an overdrive? 2 more battles, so we're going to have to suffer a couple more, which is fine. But it just means we guarantee the zoo in Bikanel. And look, we're not using very many resources. To be honest, I probably should start using a map and a grenade, because that will cut down on the map usage. We don't actually need to do that much damage versus these. So if I was to show you map and grenade, it uses 1 less map, and we basically do the same amount of damage, or we do equal amount of damage. So there we go. So we got Auron back up, which is perfect. Right, what's the strategy here, though, for... I think I need... what's her name in sleep status. So the strategy for Wendigo is as follows. We need to get rid of the 2 Guardos, which have got 2,000. So I think it's the thing that we've just used, the hazardous shell. So that does medium damage, which is just over 2,000, and it puts sleep, poison, darkness, and silence, which is perfect versus Wendigo. So everyone's got their unique stuff. Whacker got anything better? That's a thought. Yeah, we'll give him that. So we come in with Riku. Yeah, we come in with Riku. The trouble is, though, if we use the Overdrive here, we're not going to... I'm just thinking here. Can we use the poison and Riku's grenades, actually, to kill Wendigo? There's a thought. Because then we do get Riku's Overdrive back up. I'm actually thinking of trying that. So, bear with me, just making sure I've got all of the equipment set up. Initiative, Null Frost, yeah. We're not going to need Null Frost for Bikanel. We will need, though, to customise SOS Null Blaze for Bikanel and for home. That's going to be essential. Yes. Well, actually, the big dinosaur does inflict fire damage, but chances are we won't see that, so I might actually keep the bomb core for now. Right, I'm going to try a new strategy for Wendigo here, actually, which is the Blaster Mines, and then I'm going to chip away at the remainder of its health using the poison damage. Then I'm going to try and whittle it down, sorry, with the poison damage, and then use maybe like magic or overdrives or Kimari's Lancet to whittle down, I don't know, use grenades to whittle down Wendigo's health more, and then try and take it out with Wendigo, with Riku, because then I guarantee her a full overdrive going into Bikanel, because that's what I'm struggling with. When I meet back up with Riku in Bikanel, although she does get the double steal versus the mechs, so I don't think it matters. Anyway, I'm going to try it. Why not? We get the auto save, so that's fine. So we can always come back. So, map and grenade. This should take care of everyone and put him into... Oh, he doesn't get poisoned. That's why. Come on, pad. I mean, he's got 15,000. I don't need to do that then. So, let's... do a Grand Summon Ifrit. No, I'm just going to summon the chef. We'll do a couple of meteor strikes. And then we'll unleash hellfire on this ass. Oh, I might be able to even keep... I can tank an attack, surely. Yep, I can. I'm not bothered about the overkill, really, against him either. I get it anyway. And I keep the overkill. And I keep the overdrive for the chef. Busted Wendigo, that was. Okay, so we're going to get Riku's overdrive back, I've just thought, versus the mech. Because that's the forced encounter on Bikanel. But here's where... shit starts getting interesting, folks, because we lose Yuna, and we've got to start to execute
Yuna.
And we've got to start to execute the Bikanel strats. Long time coming. Firstly, though, we've got a couple of chests to pick up. We've got a level 2 there, and then we've got this counter-attack weapon. God knows why they give you 3 chances to get a counter-attack weapon. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set us up for Bikanel, and in fact I'm going to do a quick bit of customization here. So, I'm thinking... I'm going to equip... I'm going to try this. Why not? I've already got that. No, we haven't. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to equip... Oh no, we'll do that in Bikanel. That's fine. I think we just got to talk to Warren and we're here. So, folks, Bikanel at last, which is one of our save checkpoints. We are on the way as well to getting 20 remedies, which is auto med. So what I'm thinking is, I think we might be able to get a spare turn versus the zoo. So maybe we can swap in, attack it with the dark touch, and then put a defend on. We'll have a try anyway. So we've got the autosave. What we do need, though, is plus 10% HP. And actually, let's stick in a save on 143 here, because we're not going to get much better than what we've got. So let me just double check. We've got everything I needed. So we've got the Silent Strike for Kamari. We've got the Survivor for Riku. Everyone's got initiative. The big lads have got the SOS overdrives. Okay, let's go for it. Let's put a save in. Looking good. And I think we need a save state as well. So, right, 1, 4, 6, if we can. Yeah. Okay, right. Because this is an official save state now. So I'm really hoping we can get an extra turn in here. Because ideally what I need is... No, he hasn't got enough. I can always come back. So let me just try this. No. Okay. So that means I must defend on that turn. Now, since Bikanel is a safe state, I can just start again from the Oasis. What I wanted to see is if I got a spare turn for Tidus, I'd swap into the Twilight Steel. I'd swap into the Twilight Steel and then be able to... Swap into the Twilight Steel and then be able to also defend, but I don't get enough turns. I think the only way actually I get enough turns is if I equip initiative. And that might not be a bad shout, you know. And get a preemptive. That's probably the only way I'm going to do that. So... let's do it anyway. Can I escape now? No, I can't. So I guarantee that. I think Auron needs to... Because I've got the plus 10% on Tidus there. So Auron just needs to... swap to something. Now, I could... about. I see I can't escape, so I may as well just use... Or is there a way of me getting around this? See, Tidus can't escape and he can't heal. So the only way we're going to get through this is if we poison it. And I don't think Waka is in the party yet. No, and neither is Lulu. And the zoo, from what I understand from the P. Birdman guide, is immune to death. So Wendigo, you can get SOS haste from Wendigo. Okay, so let me just double check the strategy guide because it's not clear actually on the P. Birdman guide whether this is immune to death. I might as well try some strategies here. Right, zoo, back of the stuff. Right, the first one's got 32 attack. That's what I know. It is immune to death. Both of them are. This one, because this is technically a different zoo compared with the ones in Bikanel. So, as per the rules of the Nuzlocke, I do need to change into that, which I've done. I can't escape, so I'm going to have to do a Bushido. Or am I? Yeah, I'm going to have to. Okay, let's just get rid of this. It just means I've got no Bushido until I get Kimari. I could do with not getting another random encounter until we get Kimari. Because then we can have Kimari in the back with Stone Breath. And we got a Bright Bracer for our troubles. Right. So this is where it actually gets interesting because we want him equipped with this. And we want him equipped with this. Or does it matter? Might as well equip Tidus with that. But where it gets interesting is we can have him with Victor, and we'll try and get him into SOS. But then we can have Waka with Initiative. Because ideally we want Auron in SOS, plus we want us winning victories. Now whether we're going to win one, I don't think we are. So, is this even viable at the moment? Is Victor the correct overdrive mode here for him? I think without although we can get up to 60% actually, so if we win a victory. Trouble is, if we get something like the Sandworm, we'll stick with victory. He's got initiative. What I could probably do with is him having sensor actually as well. So let's just put sensor on. Remember, we've got no Yuna now. Does Lulu's one have a sensor? That's a question. Cactar Spy. Yes, okay. Let's add them both on. Because there might be a time where we do need Lulu in the front line. Yeah. Okay. I mean, waterproof's fucking pointless here, but... I think this is the best we're going to get, folks, here. Okay, let's progress, see if we can get to Kimari. Get the owl beds. Next screen. I'm just praying we get to Kamari without an encounter. Perfect. So we've got him in the background. Still got the sleep strike. Still got the wards. Is there anything else that we can give him? Is there any customization we can do, to be fair, for Tidus? We've got all them elixirs. We could give him more help, but I don't think it's going to matter. And to be honest, I would rather... No, I wouldn't. Right, here's what we could do, but we're spunking our... what's her name already? Our Stone Breath early. We could get Auton to 60%. No, we can't. Because of that fucking dinosaur in the middle. Can we put that guy to sleep? There's a thought. Yes, we can. Right, that's worked out. Right, B isn't going to get a turn, which is good. So let's get the TKO on. No, Whacker's not going to be able to survive another hit, actually. So, good job, though, we got him in SOS. That's quite good. So let's bring in Tidus. Why not? Let's have a try about with some of this stuff. May as well try some strategies. This part, up until we get Riku, is honestly RNG. It really is. Right, let's bring back in Whacker just to get a sense of... So another Overdrive and we're good here. So if we nail a Reels, I think we're good. Right, fire, ice and fire. And that does half. Let's bring Auron in. Can Auron do 255 damage through the dinosaur? I don't know if he can. Right, fuck it. Let's have a go. Yes, he can. Perfect. What that means is that we need a slot here. Do I really want to rely on my own slots ability? I don't think I do, and I think both of these are resistant to magic, so Lulu's Fury I don't think is going to do enough damage. But actually, let me just check the bird's stats. So right, I'm just looking on the P-Bird main guide now. No, it's not clear. I mean, it is clear, I just can't read the guide properly. Okay, right, let's get the strategy guide open. Because what I'm thinking is, I use just a fire spell on the bird. And then I can tank a dog attack, that's fine. Anyone can tank a dog attack. So, magic defense 1, let's go for it. Ah, but the fucking dog gets 2 turns. Shit. And both of those attacks on Lulu will take her out. What's the play here? The play is either Fire Fury or it's going for. I think a double slots is gonna will take them both out. Let's try it.
I'm pulling out all the stop.
Come on, Waka. So even though it's ice, I think it's still going to do... It's going to still have a higher damage constant. Perfect. Oh, we didn't get Auron into SOS. I think that was risky, though, getting him into SOS. What that means is, though, is that we've kept Kimahri's Overdrive, which is fantastic. So, we've lived to fight another day, folks. Yeah, we want everyone in full health around here, to be fair. And Kimahri, we have picked up Kimahri. We just need to avoid as many battles as possible. This is fucking deadly. It's arguably the worst fucking... The worst one. And I don't think they can be... Can they be petrified? I forget about the workers. Can the workers be petrified? Because if so, I'll just keep whackering. Oh no, whacker's in the front line. The workers... Fucking hell, they're immune to everything. Oh no, that's Luca. What's this? Oh, Mech. Mech something or other. Mech worker, is it? Mech guard. Petrification 0. Right. I think we just defend. And then hoping... Can we just escape with the boys? Should we try and get Auron in SOS? I think that would be good. Are they immune to sleep? I doubt that. I very much doubt I can put these guys to sleep. Sleep. Yeah, immune. Yeah. I basically want Auron in SOS, and then when we win a victory, he gets 40%, and that's the whole purpose of him having the SOS Overdrive here. I'm just thinking, is there a way of us beating these two? Because that's going to do 220 on defend, or 110 on defend now from the one on the left. So Auron can tank these. Let's try and get Kimahri out. Okay. So what I can do next time is use Kimahri's Overdrive, because that will then get Auron up to 80% because of Victor. I'm just praying it's something that we can either escape from or survive and win. Bikanel's going slow, LG, and it's... Until we get Riku, it's RNG, man. It really is. It's like... It's just so finicky. But we're getting there. We're the strategy, the initiative strategy is paying off, because we don't have to have Auron in the front line. But I've realised the first zoo is just a killer because it wastes my shooting star. And then I'm fucked if I get any other what's the name? Any other encounters then. there anything else I can equip with Auton here? Has he got like a Dark Ward or something? Yes, he has got Dark Ward. Tell you what, I'm going to give Kimahri the extra health here. It's only a bit. Ah, fuck, but that takes him out of SOS. No, let's keep him with the +10. And Kimahri, yeah, with the half elements. So yeah, Bikanel slow going, man. I'm just trying out different strategies, to be honest. I think I've over-egged the SOS Overdrive. This isn't a bad encounter, though, because Riku is right there. So, this is where we bring in Kimahri. And we do a Stone Breath. And Aura is in SOS. Plus, he's on Victor. So, he will get 40% Overdrive now. And Kimahri will get 20. Waka will get 20. Auron will get 40%. So on Riku's next turn... No, it's going to have to be the following one, isn't it? But we can bring Auron into the front line, which is fine. Right, let's just keep moving forward. Now we've got Riku. That's spot on. The trouble is now she is in low HP. Now I do have a strategy in mind, but it means risking... No, it doesn't. I can use a grenade. Right, I've got an idea. I can put us into 414. It just risks a critical grenade, this does. Not yet, LG. Not yet. Does Kimahri have Slayer? No, he doesn't have Slayer. Shit. I think that was the one thing we forgot to do in... That was the one thing we forgot to do. Let me just have a look how far away he is. "56 fights. I think that was the one thing we forgot to do in Macalania. Bastard. Alright, what I might do is just hack that in. No, because he needs to have killed an enemy in 56 fights. That's not likely to happen. Alright, we'll keep going. We'll keep going. But you are right. We do need Kimahri at some point to get into Slayer. I think we probably could have done with doing that in... I don't know. Luca. That was a missed opportunity, I think. Right, let's keep going forward. So, let's get rid of Tidus here. And get him on something a bit of... I don't actually care what Tidus has got equipped. But let's make it something useful. Waka's okay with that for now. Auron's okay with that because he's in critical. Yeah, definitely on Luca. That's where we should have got Kimahri Slayer Overdrive mode. If it comes to it, right, we hack it in. It's still possible. Absolutely agree. And I'm just trying to think where. Maybe when we get to... I don't know. Where's he going to have an easy time killing? Yeah, SOS Overdrive Victor, that's going to be the strategy in Bikanel. So he's always going to have 40% instead of 60, but that means he needs to be in SOS. I think that was the one missing piece of this puzzle that we failed to do. And I probably should have thought of that when we were on Lake Macalania. Yeah. Yeah, that was the optimization I think that we've missed here is Kimahri in Slayer, because judging by FFX Far Plane, he's still got 56 battles to go. So we could have easily have got that in Luca. All right, let's keep going, because Auron's kind of set up. Could have absolutely have backtracked to Besaid. Could have done it in Luca on the initial journey. Just killed loads more with Kimahri. I was too focused on killing with Tidus, you see. Right, so he hasn't got one. So actually, this is where the kind of juggling of the equipment comes in, because we don't need Auron now to have SOS equipped, because we're going to have Riku in the fray. Right, although Auron and Riku have the same equipment, on the next battle, Auron will not be involved, but we do need to get him involved, actually, I've just thought. So, if we put him with +5, does that... No. So we don't need Auron, actually, in SOS, but I'm going to keep him in SOS for now. I think that's risky, but... do we keep Auron in SOS? It matters if he's in SOS. If we're building it back up, but now we're not building it back up. I think for now we will keep him in SOS. In fact, it doesn't matter right now. So let's just put him with plus... No, we can't have him with +5. So we'll have Dark Ward. The whole thing about all of this is getting Riku into SOS here. And the strategy in mind is as follows. I'm going to show you in a moment. So we've got Tidus on First Strike, him on Initiative. We don't need him on Initiative. We need him on Stone Touch. Anything that she's got? No. Okay. Okay. Right, come on then, Reeks. Right, this is a mandatory fight, so we can steal and not really worry about this. But what I am going to try and do is... ideally, I need to use a grenade on us, and then I need to use a grenade on them. Right, let's just try something. Let's just defend. Oh, shit, we don't get the fucking double. We don't get the double turn, for God's sake. Have we fucked it here? Have we fucked it? Fucked it. Yeah, we're going to have to reset. Bastard. I should have used a power break. On A. Because she would have, would she have survived that? Just gonna have a look back on the recording. So we stole from that one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back. 492, yep. We would have survived. We would have been in SOS as well. Right. Well, that's if power break kicks off. That's if power break applies, sorry. Right, we're going to have to we're moving on to 17. Oh, Bikanel's a joke, man. Until we get set up, Bikanel is an absolute joke. Really is. Is Kamari with Slayer the missing piece in all of this? Maybe it is. Okay. Right, attempt number 17, folks. I don't think we've cracked the... Sorry, this is the wrong save. I don't think we've cracked the opening to Bikanel yet. I don't think we have. I think there's a few optimizations we need to make. Maybe that one optimization is... Kamari with Slayer. Right, we're going to have another 15 minutes. I'm going to try and get to Riku in 15 minutes, and then we're going to call it a night, folks. So, all of this. Have we got the remedies? Yes, we have. Perfect. Right. So we get the zoo. And we can't escape. So we defend. I'm wondering if we always get the first turn here and we always get 2 turns. So actually, if we have to come back on attempt number 18, I'm going to start with the Twilight Steel to see if we can get an attack in and then a defend. Because we always survive that with plus 10% HP. The trouble is, though, we have to waste Auron's, what's her name here? Because we can't escape. We can't go into anyone. So we just have to go for the shooting star. It's the only way out of this battle without losing Tidus. The trouble is, Auron only recovers by 20% here. Which means, and we can't afford to get the RNG with the zoo hitting. Nah, not a game over, LG, but I messed up on the Riku mandatory fight against the mechs. So I've had to go back to the Bikanel save point. Right, let's just quickly set up Auron, just in case he... Just in case, Auron... yeah, we'll keep with this. This is a pretty good lineup. I think on the save, I need to I need to customize these and the Cactar Spy with sensors. Okay. Right, so we can't get an ambush. Perfect. Okay. Ideally, we want 0 encounters until we get Kamari. That's the goal. Perfect. Okay. So he's got them. That's fine. Right, this isn't a bad encounter, and I think I can get through this with some overdrives. So let's bring in Kimari. Have we lost Waka? No, we haven't. Fucking marvellous. Basically, LG, Riku stole from one of the mechs, and I thought she could tank the other one, but it turns out she can't. The thing is, though, if I would have connected with Power Break, she would have been able to steal, get into SOS, and survive as well. So I think that's the play when we get Riku next. Now, I don't want to waste my what's-her-name on these enemies here. My Kimari Stone Breath. What I'm going to attempt to do, though, is get Auron into SOS. So... I think it's only fair if we can try and get an attack off. Tidus really ain't got anything he can do here, so let's just... We might as well bring in this. Oh, we should have defended with Tidus. I think we've lost Tidus here. We do need Auron in SOS, though. What a miss. What a fucking miss from Tidus. Right, Waka's got a what's her name? I'm thinking we escape with Tidus here. And we just try and start trying to get rid of the dog. Because the dog's the main issue here. Right, 4:30, that's just too much. Auron, you are an absolute fucking truck. We might have lost him, though. Right, we've survived that. That's perfect. And we've got them into SOS. Kimari into SOS, I'm not fussed about. Auron in SOS, I am fussed about, though. Gotta find a way, like an easy way to get to like defeat that encounter. Yeah, big rip on the previous one, man. Let's just make sure the equipment setup is good. Okay, let's keep going. Come on. I mean, another one. This ain't a bad encounter, to be fair, but I think I'm going to have to use the Stone Breath here, which isn't bad because we can get Auron into 60% and then just pray. In fact, can we get Auron to... So 561, but what's half of 1133? Oh, perfect. So if we put that on, but then give him the plus 10, we should still be in SOS. Yep, excellent. That means we've just got to equip Tidus with something else. So really, these SOS overdrives weapons are only for this initial section. If we can try and get a second overdrive for Auron and or Kimari. Maybe there's clutch times in the next sections where we can utilize them. So he's got initiative. He's got that. He's fucking useless basically now. She's useless. We just can't have any more encounters until we get to Riku, which isn't going to be... Oh, we fucking made it as well. Get in. Right. So. Because if we can get past this mech encounter piece and I can get onto the next screen, I can call it a night and use the autosave. So Auron's got enough health to survive one mech. She's got enough to survive one mech. Lulu's got enough to survive one mech with power break. Riku with power break. Auron. Right, let's just think about this for a minute. So if she's on Slayer and she wins and she's not in SOS, that's fine. So let's just give her that for now. I think with power break and defend, Riku can survive. So. Okay, let's go for it. It's a forced encounter anyway, so let's go for it. Right. Here's the play. Let me handle the Machina. I can take them apart piece by piece. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to bring in Auron. Auron is going to power break A. Hopefully power break like does its thing. You're going to get stolen from. You're going to now put Riku into SOS. So how much damage did that do? I'm just checking on the live stream. Oh, I can't really tell, but 227, so everyone would have survived. So that's the play. So she's in SOS now, which is bob on. And I can just defend with Auron, just making sure he's got the double overdrive. That's perfect. Everyone can survive here. So actually, do I wait a turn with Riku, bring Kimahri in, because he's got Victor, defend, now bring in Riku, steal, everyone benefits. Shall I get Kimahri in SOS? Should I get Kimahri in SOS as well? There's a thought. Let's try and chance it. Come on, Kimahri, for God's sake. You fucking idiot. Messing about too much here. Let's just get that done and dusted. Right. We're set up as best as we can be, apart from Kimahri in SOS. But one attack from Kimahri, and he's in SOS. Right. So. Auron, Shooting Star, Riku, Full Overdrive, SOS. Let's get them into the back row. This is where the other initiative weapons come in here. We need Kimahri out in the front row. Or do we? Can we switch it? Do you think it's best if we switch him? No, because we need his overdrive up. We need him to get into SOS. Fucking hell, somehow. I think we just might do that with just regular attacks. theoretically, we can have both of them with SOS Overdrive here. Because either one of them are going to come in, both of them aren't going to come in at the same time. I think we've mastered that mech encounter. The only trouble is if the what's her name doesn't hit off, if the power break doesn't hit off. So no, I think we stick with SOS Nullfrost just to be sure. Right, Tidus, you can sod off now, mate, because I don't need you really. Okay, everyone is in a pretty decent shape. The only one that we could probably do with getting into SOS is Kimari, but in three matches, in 3 encounters, he's going to have another overdrive, so we stick him on the back row. Okay, let's go. Oh, this is horrible. Oh, this is a fucking horrible encounter. Right. Are we going to have to waste some stuff here? So, I think we're going to have to waste... Can I get... Oh. You see, this is our first encounter of this route. No, it's not. No, it's not. I've just realised, no, it's not. So, we're just going to have to use a grenade and then probably... probably a lightning marble. We're going to get any more of them, actually, lightning marbles. Now, we'll use a grenade. And then we will use an Arctic Wind. Shame we got to waste that, you know. Is there anything else? It's got mega high magic defense. Tidus can't do anything to it. Yeah, we're just going to have to use an Arctic Wind. Hoping we get something for our troubles there. Another fucking sonar. Come on, at least give me 2 free slots or something. Nope. Right, we're still good. We're still good. We're still good. Just need to get out of this section now. And then... Oh, this is a fucking horrible encounter. So much so, I'm going to have to use Auron's shooting star. But I get 40 back. Not 20. That's okay. That's what the strategy's for with the SOS Overdrive as well. So now, Auron needs to go into the front line. So does Kimari. He can't have that, but he can have that. Which means Waka doesn't need that. He can have that. Next battle, though, we've got... This is the thing now. We're getting the momentum because next battle, Riku can theoretically be anything with or without her overdrive. Also, potentially get her overdrive back. Plus, we might have to fiddle about with some of Riku's overdrive modes as well, like Loner or Daredevil, I'm thinking. Because if she gets into a battle with 2 enemies, she's left with 80%. So we might have to fuck about with stuff like Daredevil if she's at 80%. Because I might be able to start a turn with her in SOS, and I think it's 16%, so that'd be 3 turns. So maybe we might be able to buy ourselves 2 turns and use an overdrive on the next turn or escape. So now Auron is 2. He's 2. No, he's 3 encounters away Do we take him out of SOS? I think we're going to have to. He's 1 away. I think we're going to have to take Auron out of SOS here because it's too dangerous. Like, if we come up against the zoo and it's just in darkness, we don't want to risk losing Auron. So let's take him out. He's got us to Riku. That's the main thing. He's got us to Riku. But the strategy is working. I mean, it's worked so far. Right, folks. It's 10:30 my time. So we've got the autosave. Let me just pop the autosave back on. We've got the autosave. If you join us in the chat, thanks for joining tonight. A bit of an impromptu stream, so glad a few of you have joined in. If you join us back on the VOD, great to have you with us. Drop a like button if you've enjoyed tonight's content, and if you enjoy any of the content on the channel, feel free to join the JitKeek community by smashing the subscribe button. It's free, makes me feel good, and lets me know I'm pumping out the right content for you. Keeps you up to date with all of the content that comes out, all of the live streams that we're doing. And yeah, I can't really promise when I'm going to be back on. I might try and sneak on tomorrow as another impromptu stream, and Sunday as well. So look out for me either in the community post or that kind of live post that goes out about half an hour or 60 minutes before the live event. We are making progress in Bikanel. We are doing well. I'm loving the enthusiasm in the chat, and yeah, the support offline as well in between the different episodes. We're doing well. I think we've got the right strategy going forward, and really we've only got 2 more sections to go until we're in home, and that's where the stealing begins. So look, if you join us in the chat, great to have you with us. Smash the subscribe button if you're not part of the community. Hit the like button if you enjoyed tonight's content or any of the content so far, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Take it easy. Bye for now. And LG, if you're still on, brother, take it easy, brother. See you soon. Take care. Bye for now.